am Franco, also known as FireRat by my nickname, and this is my third monthly prediction video that I'm making here on YouTube regarding my natural disaster predictions for the coming months. This one being filmed today, July the 29th, 2014, outside here in this beautiful park near my home in this really hot summer day. This prediction video will be for August 2014, and this month seems to be somewhat active, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the very first period, which I think might be very interesting to watch. This right here is my actual very own book, and I'm going to read a small excerpt from it for you regarding the predictions for August. To begin, we should be keeping an eye out for this period. It is August 1st through the 4th. During this time, the most likely natural event that could happen would be a major flooding event, perhaps continuing on from the weather events we've been having this late part of July. And it could also be a result of some tropical cyclone activity around the tropics. The second possibility for this period, we're talking about a potential typhoon, tropical storm, or a hurricane for August 1st through the 4th. Perhaps developing around the 1st of August or just before, and impacting land sometime between the 1st and the 4th. This is a very conducive date period for that kind of event. Therefore, I consider it the second possibility for the period. Last but not least, we should keep an eye out for a strong earthquake that could possibly occur, especially on August 1st or August 4th. Such an earthquake could probably have a magnitude of about 7.0 on the Richter scale, should it happen, and cause moderate to significant impacts. This period, August 1st through the 4th, is one that I call a considerable risk period, which has about a 20% chance for something to happen, any natural disaster, and a 10% chance for it to be severe. Now, it's a really hot day, so we'll see how well this comes out. Definitely better be indoors with the AC, but I like the scenery around here, so we'll see how it works. Moving onwards, we have the date August the 6th. August 6th could have an earthquake with possibly moderate impacts. An earthquake happening on this date could have a magnitude of around 6 to 6.5 on the Richter scale. A second possibility would be severe weather and perhaps a few tornadoes to occur around this time. Last but not least, as a third possibility, we could see a flash flood or a landslide happen on August 6th as well. Now, moving on, we have the dates just after August 6th, beginning on August 8th, going all the way to August 12th. These dates are much more powerful than the previous two periods of August, and this is why I think the action might actually truly begin. August 8th through the 12th could most likely provide us a major typhoon or hurricane with possibly significant impacts to severe impacts wherever it may hit. It could take shape before August 8th or on that date, and then go on to slam land somewhere, most likely around the 10th of August, which is the most powerful date within that one period. A second strong possibility could be a major earthquake with possibly severe impacts. This one most likely happening on August the 10th, and also less likely but still somewhat considerable on August 8th and August 12th. So this date period is very strong. This one I consider a high risk period, meaning about a 30% chance for any of these natural disasters to strike, with potentially severe impacts. August 10th is the peak date of this period, so I would advise much caution in and around that date, especially for the 9th into the 11th, most likely considering the earthquake chance. And now, this next period is actually very reminiscent of what we had now in July, which was a very long risk period to end the month. This one begins on August the 15th and moves on all the way to August 29th, a 14-day period that could most likely result in a major flooding disaster, perhaps a massive river flood or some really widespread flood caused by prolonged rains and even tropical storm activity. Maybe back-to-back tropical cyclones, especially in the western Pacific, could be to blame for what may happen now in the latter part of August. Almost identical to what we already saw in July, where the second half of July had tropical storms, typhoons slamming Southeast Asia very, very hard, as was shown already on the news in the past few weeks. This long period could also give us, as a second possibility, a major hurricane or typhoon with potential severe impacts. This could go hand in hand with the flood event, but we could also be talking about a very powerful and devastating storm making a hit on land. This could have severe impacts, and it's something to definitely keep an eye out as we head into those dates, because anything that forms before August 15th through the 29th will bear watching, as it may go and make a hit on any of one of those dates. The third, but still very likely incident that could happen on this date would be a major earthquake with possibly severe impacts. This earthquake is very likely on August 26th and the 27th, and also could happen on August the 15th through the 16th, the 18th, and the 29th. An earthquake occurring during this period could be very powerful and very, very impactful. The magnitude of the event could be anywhere from 7.5 to 8.0 on the Richter scale, and perhaps even a tsunami cannot be ruled out. In this period, the most powerful date is August the 26th, but also there's a few other dates in there that are almost as bad as that one. Collectively, this period is what I call also a high risk, having the same 30% chance that the one before had, with about a 20% chance for a severe natural disaster. So this is a 30% chance that any of these events could take place during this period. So now I'm going to look at my own little handwritten notes here, as I'm now going to give you a breakdown of these predictions, followed by the areas to watch. So, to begin, in this month of August, for earthquakes, keep an eye out for August the 1st, August 4th, August 6th, August 8th through the 12th, where the 9th through the 11th is the most likely period, since the 10th is a very strong date. We have August 15th through the 16th, August 18th. Then we have August 26th through the 27th, which is another very powerful period, or dates within a period. And finally, August the 29th. The dates that you're seeing right now in the colors red and orange are the ones to watch even more closely than the remaining dates. And the same goes for the other dates that I'm about to say. The areas to watch include the Pacific Ring of Fire, areas recently experiencing earthquake activity, such as parts of Alaska, Mexico, and even out over Southeast Asia. Now, here follows a map in which I will show you in color code which areas are the ones to watch the closest. So here we go. Okay, moving on now for the second possibility of the month. For hurricanes, tropical storms, and typhoons, watch closely August 1st through the 4th, then even more closely August 8th through the 12th, as well as that long period 15th through the 29th. The places to keep an eye out will be the Atlantic, the Caribbean Sea, and when I say the Atlantic, I mean the tropical North Atlantic, areas between Africa and the United States and the Caribbean islands. Definitely watch the Caribbean. Keep an eye out on the Eastern Pacific, especially around the Mexican coast. And even more closely of all these locations, we should keep an eye out on the Western Pacific Ocean, where typhoons could brew and strike areas such as the Philippines, China, and Japan. Now, here's another map showing you where we can expect these events to possibly occur, the tropical storms and hurricanes and typhoons. Alright, so now for a massive flood event, the major flood, the most likely dates to watch will be August the 15th through the 29th. The places to watch closest will be the world's major rivers, such as the ones in the China area, or even here at home, the Mississippi. Watch areas having recent rains, because these are the most likely areas to be experiencing a long-term flood, and also areas experiencing tropical storm activity, in case the hurricanes and the typhoons do occur during this month, especially during the 15th through the 29th of August. Southeast Asia, in my opinion, deserves the most close monitoring for this kind of event. Here's another map showing you where I think we should keep an eye out for a major flood. For severe weather events, watch August 1st through the 4th, August 6th, August 8th through the 12th, and the 15th through the 29th. Parts of the United States and Canada could be areas to watch during this period. Southeast Asia, of course, and also parts of Europe. Here follows a map for the severe weather possible areas. Last but not least, for the flash floods and landslides, do keep an eye out on August 1st to the 4th, August 6th, August 8th, August 12th, the 15th, especially August 26th, and also August 29th. Keep an eye out on areas near mountains that are experiencing recent rains. Watch areas such as Southeast Asia, Central Asia, and Indonesia closely for these kind of disasters. And also areas experiencing recent tropical cyclone activity, especially in areas that have hilly terrain or are prone to flash flooding. So here's another map, my final map for this type of disaster for flash floods and landslides. These are the areas to keep an eye out. Okay folks, so doing a wrap up of the month of August, this is a slightly active looking month where we could expect 1 to 2 natural disasters to happen, with one of them possibly being severe. This is a very flood prone month and also prone to natural disasters relating to weather, especially flooding events and storms. And that's pretty much how August is shaping up. Just remember, the strongest dates of this month are August 1st, August 8th through the 11th, August 16th, 18th, 26th through the 29th, where the 26th and the 10th are the most powerful dates of the month, and those days and the days right around them should be the ones watched the closest for major events happening in August. And well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it very useful. I hope you like this different scenery as compared to the last few videos. And I can assure you, it is really hot out here right now. I'm baking, but I think it was well worth it. It was nice talking to you. Have a good one, and have a happy and safe month of August, everybody. Take care. Bye.